Yeah, welcome everyone. Nice to see you. I hope you had enjoyed the last days as we did, more or less. Maybe the same way we did, maybe not. So glad to be here and speaking to you about customer success story that we did with a common customer. The pad QR code, when you have questions for the Q&A, just scan it, but it will be available at the last slide as well. So let's go ahead. I'm Malte, I'm the CEO of ODION, and we are doing Odoo implementations for about 10 years. So we started with version 7, we still have customers running in version 8, and became a partner of Odoo like 2 years ago. We are currently 20 employees and located in the southwest of Germany near the France border. And actually we are focused in logistics, manufacturing and construction industry, but also in pharmaceuticals. And what you do not find here is point of sales, and now I'm talking about point of sales. So to be honest, it was the first time we did point of sales, and it was also a big step for us and a big project for us. But let's introduce Ian. Ian is from APG, the client or the vendor of our common client.
Yeah, indeed. So my name is Ian Uiterwijk from APG Solutions. The solution architect mainly for smarttill. And smarttill is our solution for cash management, basically. So, and who is APG? We're mainly a cash drawer manufacturer. Sold globally, and probably every point of sale where you see a cash drawer will be one of APG.
Nice. All right. Yeah. Then let's go ahead and look at the project and the customer success story. So, ODION goes cookies, or Odoo in a bakery chain. So, who's the customer? A little bit of background. So, customer is has a founding history which is like 3 centuries ago. So it's deeply rooted in the region there. It has a manufacturing facility where most of the products they are selling are produced. They have a warehouse for cooling products, for freezing products, but also for ambient products. They do their logistics themselves. That means every branch they operate, they deliver the products to these branches. The company is about 450 employees and operates about 40 shops, while the shops can be within a greater area, can be in a shopping center, but can also be operated standalone in a city or in a mall. The project, replace anything with Odoo. So they have a legacy point of sale system, which was based on keyboard inputs, no touch screen, which was a legacy one, and they actually developed that system themselves, so no vendor behind it. They have an industry-specific ERP system that they wanted to replace, also with Odoo, and several, you can imagine, multiple in-house systems that they created themselves for several processes in their branches. All should be replaced with Odoo. And now to give a little bit of context what we are talking about, because you may not aware of how a shop is operating. So you can think of a shop, a bakery shop, like a company in a company. That means every person working there has to be scheduled. Every person there has to do some tasks. They have to purchase their goods at the headquarters. They have to bake up, so they have a manufacturing process in the shop. They have to stuff all the goods in the shelves, and they have to do obviously the sales process at the front desk. So basically, a shop operates like a small company within a larger company. And you may have heard it, there are a lot of tasks happening there in the shop, and for this the people working there have little time for all the tasks they have to do. So errors happening, they cannot concentrate on specific or important tasks, and obviously we are talking about cash management, and so they have they do very much errors by miscounting and by when the sales process happens, by taking wrong amounts into the till and so on and so on. And also there's theft in the stores as well. So non-exhaustive list, so you can imagine there are more problems in the shop, but these are the ones that we want to address with the smarttill integration. So because some people are saying like cash is dead, it's not used anymore and so on, maybe you have a feeling about how many transactions at these customers for these bakery chains are paid by cash. So when you want to yell at me, I will try to understand it. But yeah, no one is going for it. But it's like 80%. Yeah, so 80% of the transactions are still paid by cash, and 50% of the transactions are actually less than €2. Yeah, so I have a huge volume of transactions with very small amount. Yeah, it's not like in retail, clothing retail, where you have like higher prices and you have time at the counter and the cashier has time to speak with the customer. This is not going to happen in the bakery chain when there is a queue waiting of 10-15 people waiting to be served. All right, and because cash is not dead, for that Ian is going to tell you a little story about the King Cash and yeah, what he's up to.
Yeah, indeed. Because cash and talking about cash drawers is always a bit, it's a metal box. So we made a little fairy tale about our King Cash. So today I'd like to tell you about our King Cash. There he is. And as always with fairy tales, there's a little lesson to be learned inside this. So in the prosperous kingdom of earth, people relied on coins and notes for their transactions. As time went on, a new trend emerged, and the new trend was digital payments. This magical innovation allowed people to buy and sell goods with just a click. And the citizens embraced this new way of paying, and digital payments could become increasingly more popular. By maintaining the combination of cash and digital payments, the kingdom ensured that all citizens could participate in the economy. The king was a very fashionable ruler. He loved to shop, and every week he bought a brand new mantle, and he always paid in cash. The king did not realize that paying in gold coins came with some challenges. The merchant who sold the king mantles had to spend a lot of time counting all the cash and taking up his precious time. And this precious time he could not spend on other things like having quality time with his family and all other things. When King Cash found out about the merchant's wish, he called upon the brightest minds across his realm, and he said, I bet that all stores and restaurants have the same issue. If only we could find a solution that we could give thousands of citizens the most precious gift there is: time. King Cash immediately sent messengers throughout his kingdom, inviting scientists, inventors and wise men to participate in a grand contest. The challenge was to come up with an innovative solution to manage and reduce time associated with cash payments. So the town of APG Solutions, famous for its expertise in cash management, learned about the concept and quickly rose to the challenge. APG developed the most advanced cash management solutions, the smarttill, and they were very excited to show it to King Cash. As the day of the contest arrived, representatives from all over the kingdom gathered to present their solutions. When it was APG's turn, the head innovator, Master Currency, there he is, stepped forward to unveil their creation. Your Majesty, we present you the smarttill. This revolutionary solution is designed to significantly reduce the cost of cash handling. No merchant shall ever have to count his cash register again. The smarttill weighs all coins and notes and shows it in real time. As everyone started applauding, King Cash quickly hushed the audience. He lifted his finger and asked, "But how about return on investment?" Excellent question, Your Majesty, Master Currency replied. The ROI will be achieved within 12 months of installation. People applauded louder and harder than they ever did before. King Cash nodded on his approval, pleased with the efficiency solution and the happiness of his citizens. With King Cash's approval, the APG smarttill swiftly spread throughout the Kingdom of Earth. People quickly discovered his advantages: lower operational costs and streamlined efficiency. The town of APG sent their experts throughout the realm, ensuring seamless implementations for all who adopted their groundbreaking technology. And so, they lived happily ever after.
Yeah, thank you, Ian, for this short story. So, this is about smarttill integrated into the Odoo PoS, and Ian gave you a little bit of insight what could be behind the smarttill, and this is how it looks like in reality. So, as you said, smarttill is a till, a cash box, but it has some features that is interesting for all the cash management.
Exactly. With the smarttill, you can see in real time what's inside of the till. It's not the black hole anymore, what it normally is, because starting the day you put something in, at the end of the day you hope you get the same thing out, or preferably more.
Yes.
But in the meantime, you have no idea what's inside of it.
Yes, so you have always visibility about what is in your till, and let's see how we integrated it into the Odoo PoS. So now we make a little bit of deep dive. So the smarttill is integrated directly into the Odoo PoS system with our implementation. So we decided to go for local integration of the PoS and the smarttill. That means also that we opted not to use the IoT box for this use case, to have not another piece, moving piece in the puzzle in the setup of the PoS terminals. It's a bi-directional communication between the smarttill and the Odoo PoS system, and we always get the feedback about how many cash is in the till, and we can check with the sales process and give the customer, the client, the cashier, the feedback about the current amount in the till. But as we know, Odoo provides a lot of flexibility, and this is also the case for all the PoS processes. And some of this flexibility is not wanted in the use case of having the smarttill integrated. So therefore, we have to also change the process very broadly, especially for session opening and closing. So instead of having these default session and opening screens, you have now screens that integrate with a smarttill. That means you do not count your cash anymore and type it into the input fields of the session opening and closing fields. You can click one button and the screen will fetch the current amount that is counted by the smarttill and put it into the Odoo fields. You can also do the cash out, the cash in. That means when you click on the cash in, cash out buttons, the till kicks out and you remove the money, and you do not enter what you removed, but the smarttill will tell us what you removed out of the till. So no errors here by miscounting. Yeah, and as well, the sales process also changed. So that means that every time you do a sales, the cashier gets an information about the discrepancy that is currently still in the till. So when you make it sale about €1.95 and you start putting in coins into the till sends us in real time the coins that were put into the till and shows us a discrepancy that is in the till because of the sale of €1.95 and the missing cents that are not in the till yet. So that's very quick. When you want to see it in more detail, we can make up and show it to you in live. So maybe some lessons learned, because you saw it's like 40 branches and we were like all hands-on in this project. So we did all the heavy lifting together with the customer. We drove to the stores, we installed the smarttills, we installed all the POS terminals. But there are still things that are important in these kind of projects. So if you have such a distributed workforce, it's important that you have a concept for training, for giving them the materials, to force them how to use the process, because they will find ways around using the process as you want it to be used. Yeah. And therefore, especially with the smarttill, because you want it to be like a system that can be trusted, it must be the flexibility of Odoo must be reduced for this use case. In general, a process and people first, smarttill is a good solution, but you have to integrate it well into your processes. And also, if you're an Odoo implementator, consider the workload that you're facing when you do such a rollout. It's not something that you do just do. That's it. Yeah. And maybe one thing for people knowing Odoo, Odoo being Odoo, so things will come up. You have to be doing your work here as an implementator and doing a good job that the process works for the customer. So, if there are any questions, just go to the Q&A, to the pad, and we are happy to answer your questions.
Yeah.
There we go. Thank you, Malte. Thank you, Ian, for the presentation. We have already a couple of questions on the pad. First one will be, how many taxes are paid by cash?
Now it means the transactions, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Only so as I said, it's like 80% of transactions are still paid by cash. Yeah.
All right. 50% of transactions are less than in euros?
Yeah. Again, it's like these €2, so less than €2 are 50% of the transactions.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have another one. Did you use Hotbox to connect devices?
No. It's directly connected via USB into the terminal itself. On the architecture diagram, you may saw that there is a service running on the device itself that connects to the USB device and provides a WebSocket server that we are connecting to and communicating with the device.
All right. And is it working in offline mode?
Well, yes, but it depends on your localization. So it depends on how your country is localized and does the fiscalization. As you may know, fiscalization is not properly working always in offline mode. It became better in 19, and we have not checked out in 19, but it should work in offline mode fiscalization. So, but this solution, when you don't have these fiscalization integration need and online need, this integration works offline as well. Yes.
All right. Why didn't you use the IoT box?
Yeah, again, so we did not want to have another moving piece in the puzzle. The printers in the stores are not connected with the IoT box because we do not want it to install them on 80 devices, 100 devices and maintain them. So we opted out for the printers, and therefore we opted out also for smarttill. Yeah, and it was easier to integrate that way. Yeah.
Okay, we have two more. Are there some kind of views in Odoo where I can see the number of notes and coins in the... It's not complete. It's going in the drawer.
Not yet. You may be aware that when you close a session, that you get a note in the session closing that shows the notes that were counted by the cashier. Our integration is not only counting the money, but also counting the coins and the bills. So in this node, you also see the coins and the bills that are in the drawer when closing the session.
Mm-hmm. Very last one. How many licenses you need? Everything shop, every employer.
Well, for this project, I guess. So actually every user here or every employee is licensed here. Yeah, but if you want to operate only the POS, you usually go for one license per shop. and this will work as well. But again, this project is not only about POS, it's about all the processes in the business, manufacturing, warehouse, etc. So there are more people involved than the people that are selling and working in the branches. Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you very much.